Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rewind and Replay. I'm Matan,
I'm Adriana.
And I'm Caitlin.
and today we are talking about multiplayer games, both co-op and competitive. I, in general, prefer single-player stories, but the ones that I've put on this list are the competitive games that have really broken through. Like they serve a very different function. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because I also prefer like single player games.
Yeah.
But most of these games on here I enjoy a lot.
I also, I like to think that a lot of people play games as like escapism and to like de-stress.
Yeah.
And sometimes competitive games, which are different from co-op multiplayer, but competitive games is not worth it.
Yes. I think I have especially like my amount of gaming has really tended towards multiplayer in the quarantine months, just because that's like a nice way to spend time with friends, given that we can't do it in person anymore. And that's, but yes, these are, to me, I think our list is kind of the cream of the crop. Everybody has their favorites. Everybody has their one that they put the most time into, but these are our top of the line.
Yeah.
Starting off, we're going to talk about Overwatch. Have you guys played Overwatch?
I have not.
Caitlin.
I know. I'm sorry.
Caitlin.
Shame.
Adriana, who was your main?
Mercy.
Mercy. You would be a Mercy.
And Diva.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Well, I hate to aim, and I don't have to with Mercy.
I'm a Reinhardt main, so that's exactly it.
I played a little of Shield Girl. I liked her a lot.
Brigitte, yeah.
Yeah.
I like her too. She's one of my favorite supports. This game is really phenomenal. It is one of the best shooters I've ever played.
I agree. I mean, and I think, shooters are like really popular and they've been popular for forever. But like when I'll think shooter and, I think military man with a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
And
like beige and gray color palette.
Yeah. Like boring maps. Like, let's be real. Like they don't look pretty. Okay. Sure. But Overwatch takes that and brings it to like this fantasy universe with super cool characters. It's beautiful and it's like mechanically, great.
Yes, but I totally agree with you. Like the like visual design of the game is very attractive. The character designs, they're all distinct and interesting, and they all, again, I like the fact that this game doesn't have a single player mode but has so much story and world building in it is really impressive.
Yeah, it actually reminds me a lot of World of Warcraft. I mean, because like there's a story there, but a lot of people play WoW for like the multiplayer and they don't read the quest text really. Like it's not the focus. But for the people who want it, there's a bunch of animations.
Totally.
Like they produce all this extra content and lore about the world, and Blizzard is doing the same thing with Overwatch. And it's smart.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not know there was a story, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, totally. Like it just makes the world feel. I enjoy inhabiting the world more because of that. I prefer playing support and tank in general because I played on console. This was all before I had a PC, and my
what a move.
Aim is not great. I know. But it's just I played. It's one of the games I've put the most time into on my PS4. It's just so easy to just hop into a game. I haven't played it as much of late, but just hop in and play a couple rounds, get some loot boxes.
I cannot imagine playing on PS4. I got it for free on my Switch, and I tried that, and it was hell. It was living hell. Like even when I took the controllers out and put them together, like no.
It's tough. But at least there's at least you're only playing against console players as well.
Yeah, but that's also kind of some of the downside. Like I would love to play Overwatch with my friends who like you're right, don't have it on PC.
I agree. I'm glad that there has been we're going to talk about Warzone later, but Warzone and Apex and a lot of games have Fortnite have really begun adding cross-platform play, which I really appreciate.
And I think for Overwatch, it probably is exactly what you said. Like, playing someone if you're on your console who's on PC feels like an inherent disadvantage. And so,
Yeah.
and Overwatch has like a really strong competitive scene.
Right.
So that might be why they do it. And I can respect that.
I think you're right. What I think is good, what I know Apex does, or what I know COD does, is you don't, if you're just playing with people on your platform, you aren't put into lobbies with people on other platforms, to my knowledge. So you can select cross-platform play, so you can like be in a party with other people, and then you're in a mixed lobby. But if you're not, like if I'm playing on console with other people on console, I'm not going to get put against PC players.
Yeah.
Which is I think a good system.
Yeah.
It's a compromise.
It is a compromise. Next up, Paladins.
Is the game Caitlin has played.
Right.
This one. I
This
enjoyed
is-
this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Caitlin, do you want to take the lead since I
Yeah.
think Matan hasn't?
Yeah, I mean I think this is the first shooter I've ever played because I don't.
first-person shooter.
Yes, first person.
Yeah.
Shooter, sorry. Well, first one I've ever like enjoyed playing. I've played a few others before, like with friends. I've never owned one before, because I don't like them. And that's probably why I did not ever get into Overwatch because
And you have motion sickness.
yeah, and the motion sickness is not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only because I don't really play first person games that much. The only other ones I've played is like Portal, and that one still gives me. Oh, I have
Yeah.
played Borderlands.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that one gave me really bad motion sickness.
Yikes.
Which I played multiplayer with my sister, and that was very fun, but
Aw.
bad motion sickness. Anyways, I'm off track here.
Mhm.
Paladins. Yeah, I got into this recently, and it's very fun. It's fun to just like hop on and play with friends. I don't know. I feel like that's very basic for like these type of games, but it's new to me and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, so I've been a Paladins player since it came out. And like a lot of people like to give it crap for being an Overwatch ripoff, but like it's on purpose. Like it's an Overwatch ripoff on purpose.
Yeah.
Like it's not like there is a competitive scene, but it's really not as intense as Overwatch. Like it is supposed to be a more low-key version of the game. Like there's one of the characters, Fernando, call him Reinhardt. Like it's the same. I mean, it's basically the same.
Isn't there a battle royale mode in Paladins?
Yeah, they have a bunch of different like cool things. Like there's team deathmatch.
Okay.
And like there is ranked. I mean, you know, but it's still much more relaxed. Like Caitlin was saying, it is nice to play this more with friends. And I
Yeah.
think the design is actually prettier for the maps.
Oh, bold. That's bold.
It is a bold.
Free.
It's also free.
That's big.
the biggest draw. Like that's the reason I started playing it because I was like, I don't have to pay to see if I like this. I can just start it, and
Right.
if it sucks, I can just undownload it from my computer, and I enjoyed it.
True.
Yeah.
The free-to-play model for multiplayer is becoming more and more popular.
So much more popular. And I mean, I don't know that Overwatch needs to do that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And like I'm not saying, you know, all shooters have to be free to play, but like this one is clearly a ripoff. Why would it not be free to play? You know?
Right.
Adrian, who do you main?
I main so many characters actually. I main Saris, but okay, and here is like how you know it's a ripoff. Like I play Fox Girl. Like you don't need to know their names. Like they pretend to have like story and they've got like backlines and like voice lines that make you interested, but like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I mean, like they try, like some of them are like related, like the Mercy and Saris are like sisters and like one died, but like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I main support, obviously. I have like one damage character I like and like 3 tanks. And I won't touch flank.
Do they have? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, I like flank and damage. Tank is fun too. I do not like support.
It's
That
okay.
is the one I will not play.
So are
And we
flank
complement.
characters like high mobility?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they're the assassins. They're
Okay.
the pick the sniper off the back. Or they're the be invisible or like fly basically
Mhm.
and go take out the healer.
Are there characters that are not based on Overwatch characters? Are there original characters?
They're all original characters. They have different
No.
names. Well, like their abilities are different. I mean, like they aren't complete ripoffs, but like Saris, I don't think pairs with anyone from Overwatch.
Okay.
I don't know. Overwatch.
I mean, they also
Yeah,
have
right.
way more characters than Overwatch, I think.
So then there,
Like-
yeah, okay. Then there must be like a bunch of originals. If
Yeah.
it's not, it can't be 1-to-1.
I think one funny thing about the game, I guess is, I mean, it could be a downside, but I think it's just funny. The skins are wild. Like they don't look
Yeah.
anything like the characters 90% of the time.
Weird.
And then you're playing, and you're like, who the heck is this?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, what? Like, I'm playing against the Bomb King?
So
No,
does
he
that,
looks like a grizzly bear. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
so does that make the game?
Oh.
That's interesting. That means that like skins kind of play into the meta, where like
It does, yeah.
you like have to be someone unexpected. Like yeah. How interesting.
I mean, it's mostly just funny too. Like
Right,
if you
right.
play the game often enough, you know the skins and like you know who's who.
Right.
But like when you're playing just for fun with your friends, it's really funny to go like, "Who the fuck just killed me? What was that?"
Yeah. What was that? What was that giant pig? Like what? Yeah.
Oh, and they
Fun.
now, with the new set of skins they just released for their event, whatever. There are now, I think, you can have a full team of furries. There are like 5 skins of a character, or just the base character.
Let's do it.
that are,
Why,
like,
why have
full
we
furries.
not done that yet?
Furry squad. Wow.
Coming to you soon. Check us out on
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah. Hashtag furry squad. Use hashtag furry squad.
Hashtag Furry Squad.
That's funny.
I love it.
Next, we have again a little bit change of pace. The Mario Party. The Mario Kart.
Both.
The Mario Party and Mario Kart
Oh.
franchises.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it felt so weird to me putting this under competitive.
Right.
But like, I mean, yes, like you're competing for first place, so like, yes.
You're right. I think technically.
I
but,
think
like,
technically.
You're competing against your friends
Uh-huh.
for a place. It's not like competitive as in like you're gonna go out and like go into like competitions for this.
I feel like people must though,
For
right?
Mario Kart, I know for
Yeah, I
sure
was
there.
just
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
But it's mostly casual. You're right.
Yeah.
Both of these, to me, both of these series peaked in the GameCube era and have really great modern renditions. The newest Mario Party and the newest Mario Kart are both so good.
I agree.
But
Yeah, I mean, just give me remakes, just like every new
Yeah.
release.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like the same maps, the same everything, just prettier. That's fine. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Are we getting a new Mario Kart anytime soon? Because it's been a
As-
hot minute since there's been a new Mario Kart.
here's the thing. There's the this list called the NPDs that basically puts together all the sales numbers for video games each month and says like, oh, this is what sold the best.
Yeah.
Mario Kart Delight
It's still
Deluxe
selling, right?
still sells like mad.
That's insane.
Still.
Yeah.
Stop buying it.
I
so
mean-
they can make us a new Mario Kart.
Well, it's because it's one of the entry level games, you know?
Yeah.
Anybody can play. Anybody loves.
Yeah.
But you're right, Caitlin. Like, I hope that people stop buying it so that they will actually make Mario Kart 9.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
when did Mario Kart 8 come out?
Well,
Oh,
that's the thing is Mario Kart 8 came out on the Wii U, and then they just
Yeah.
made Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They just
Which
changed
was
a
literally
couple
when
little
they just
things.
added the DLC for free.
Right, basically. I think they like changed it so that they were like double item boxes again. They did like tiny
Yeah.
little things,
It
and then
came out
re-released it.
7 years ago.
No way.
7 years ago.
Has it really been 7
Nintendo
years?
plays by their own rules.
2014.
Yeah, no, Nintendo does because Nintendo's fucking rich.
Yeah.
Like, fuck us, man.
Nintendo, can you please make me a new Mario Kart? I've been waiting for 7 years.
Call it
Yep.
Mario Kart Kate. 8. Kate.
Hey,
Somebody make a
I like
Photoshop.
it.
I like.
Did you guys? My favorite Mario Kart game is Double Dash. Have you guys played it?
Yes, I love Double Dash.
Oh, my brother and I used to play together with my neighbor and my childhood friend.
Same.
I loved having 2 people on a cart. I think that's so fun.
Yeah, that was so cool.
And so like how it worked was the person at the front steers and they like initiate drifting, and then the person in the back has to throw the items, and they have to like wiggle the stick to complete the drift.
God, I
So it's
forgot
like,
about that. That was so cool.
yeah, and also if you got double items, but like you wanted to use the front one first, you guys had to press Z at the same time and switch
Yes.
seats, and then the person would do it. So like I'd have to take over driving for a sec so he could throw our special, and then we'd switch back.
I
So much
remember
fun.
that. Oh my gosh. And the maps on that game were insane.
Oh, 10 out of 10. Like Mushroom Bridge, Wario Stadium, like
It's so weird to me that, I mean, like, I agree with you guys, but it, like, just thinking about Mario Kart, like, there's like a weird amount of influence on like the popular games we like to, like Overwatch and Paladins. Well, because like, I mean, and I imagine they have to like take cue because Mario Kart's technically a competitive game, right? Like, I think it sets the standard. And so like taking, okay, how does Mario do their maps, and like applying that same kind of technique
for sure.
to theirs.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, like creating the right atmosphere for co-op in a competitive, right? Like, I mean, like you're still playing with a team even if you're competing.
You're right. It's one of the
and
most
like with Double Dash, you know, you're in the super.
yeah. It's one of the most successful like gaming franchises like ever. So of course you have to learn from that and like take from that what you will.
But and like, how much do we really know about Mario? But like
True.
we know him, you know, but like
True.
we don't really.
True.
That feels like the thing in like these kind of shooters too.
Yeah.
Mario Party also very fun. It's very wacky, so much RNG. But it's just fun. It's good vibes to play with your friends and laugh at and yell and scream, you know?
Great. I really like the one on the DS. I don't know. It was like a garden party. Is that what it was? I don't know.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Sure.
one.
Let's call it that. I don't know.
4, 7, and 10 are my favorites. 2 from GameCube, 1 on Switch.
Yeah, I think 7 is my favorite.
7, yeah.
I don't know. It's been.
I would agree.
There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Right. They actually give us new ones. So.
Unlike Mario Kart.
Yeah. Good. Very solid. A lot of fun. Just good, clean fun. Good, clean
fun. Not toxic ass Overwatch. Why do I've gotten 3 spam calls this morning, you guys.
Wow.
Somebody put your number on a list.
Yeah, I guess.
Now back to the more competitive stuff. A full 180 from the good vibes of Mario Kart and Mario Party. Call of Duty Warzone. I think I'm the only one here who's played it.
Yeah, I'm not about that life.
This is one of the ones that I was referring to when I said I have tried it.
And it got you motion sick.
Yeah, and I just didn't enjoy it. I was also very young, and I was over at my friend's, and it was her older brother playing it. So
it must have been. It was a different COD game, but yeah.
I know the new one.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was a long time ago, too.
Right.
But like, I mean, attaching like COD to the name, you know, like that carries a lot. And unfortunately, like I'm sure COD's a fine game, but like it's just so like icky dude gamer to me that it
does scream that. I get it. The lobbies are toxic. I mean, that's why like it's like a common thing when people like a way that I see on TikTok, especially a way that people say you're too sensitive is you would never survive in a Call of Duty lobby. That's what I see people write. I'm just like, whoa.
Like, good. I don't want to be.
I don't want to go to a fucking COD lobby. So I've never owned a Call of Duty game. Warzone is the battle royale. It's a free to play. Been a quarantine favorite because it is cross-platform. I have lots of friends who play it. It's nice to hop in. It's hard. I've gotten better, but it's still not very good. One of my favorite things, I think I've mentioned this on the podcast in the past, one of my favorite things about this game is you're not in a lobby like hearing everybody talk. What does happen though is when you kill someone, you get like 3 seconds of their mic right after they die, which is hilarious. So when you kill someone and just hear them go like, oh, what the fuck? Like, or they like swear at you in Spanish, or like, you know, it's just like so funny.
Yeah, I do like that. I kind of wish, you know, like
they would put that in more games. Totally.
This is funny.
The other thing it's a battle royale, 150 people, which is a lot. I have probably, I don't know, 6 wins.
Oh. Makes
but
sense.
what I do like, what I do like is that it gives you a second chance. So like, battle royale modes, I play a fair amount. Really stressful because like when you die, you restart.
Yeah.
But in this game, when you die, you get sent to the gulag, which is basically a 1v1 like arena.
Oh, a fight to the death.
Yes, and if you win, you come back.
Oh,
And then on top of that, even if you lose your gulag, even if you die for whatever reason, if your teammates, that you can like get money in the game and they can buy you back.
Oh.
So the stakes are a little lower in that like it's nice to be able to come back even after I fuck up.
So how long does a game normally like take?
I mean, again, it really depends how fast you die. I've had games that have lasted literally 5 seconds because I dropped in and then died immediately, and I've had games that have lasted 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's a lot. It's been a lot of fun. It's can be broken sometimes. Oh, you there?
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
It's the ghost.
Stop it! You've possessed me.
That's just the gist of it. That's all I have to say. It's very fun, very solid.
What makes this? I mean, I like those mechanics. Like that sounds cool. Like having a PvP, like 1v1, like that. Like after your death, that sounds neat to me.
It's cool.
But like, why this instead of like TF2 or R6 or like whatever other ones that were in the mainstream for a very long time?
It's a good question, but it's a battle royale that a lot of my friends play. That's
the thing. There you go.
Battle royale scratches a different itch than team multiplayer. So I play Apex too, but I do like I still play Overwatch and whatnot.
There's a lot. Like there's a lot of them out there.
A lot of video games, believe it or not. A lot of video games.
Insane. Can't we just all play the same 5 games?
Yeah. All right. Next up, one I don't know if Caitlin's played this, but Adriana and I have.
I own it. But
you do? Okay.
Not played it yet.
Civilization 5 and Civilization 6.
We've been trying to get Caitlin to play this with us for like an eternity.
Yeah.
I own it. Let's play it. I've owned it for like 3 weeks now.
You have 6? Civ 6?
Yeah, I have Civ 6.
Yeah, because it was on sale. It's been on sale. Yeah.
I've just been so busy.
So keep your eyes out, folks.
I have only played Civ 5. I own Civ 6 as well, but I have not played it.
Let's play.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, so I guess this is kind of like my defense time. It's not, as far as I know, there's not really like a competitive scene so much. I mean, like there are a lot of like YouTube videos of like people that are really serious about the game, but I haven't seen like tournaments and stuff.
Like I'm sure they exist, but they're like not like a huge thing.
Yeah, it's not like a giant thing. And like most people I know, like even if they're really like into the game, like they play single player all the time, they know the pro strats, whatever. Even then, it's still more about like playing with your friends. And like you do play that. I mean, I play against the AI, and like it's a good challenge. But at the end of the day, like it's fun to just make your civilization, bro.
Yeah.
And like be Cleopatra.
I totally agree. It's nice. It's a good, because it's kind of slow. Like it does require a lot of mind power, but it's also nice to just like chat with people as you play. I had a Civ phase earlier in quarantine. I had 2 friends and we would play like a couple times, like 2 or 3 times a week. And I feel bad because I kind of raged at the end of one of our sessions and we haven't played since.
Oh
no! But I should have kept my cool a little better. But what was frustrating is just that Civ, like one game. How long would you say a game takes, Adriana? A full game?
I haven't finished most games with other people. I'll finish my AI games, but with people,
I mean, like 30 hours. Like
oh wow,
a long time.
Like one game. Played through, so you don't.
So it depends how many people you're playing with. Like I'll play with Kyle, but like that'll be like when we're long distance. That'll be our like date night, like 3 times a week for at least like 2 hours, and we won't finish for a very long time.
Yeah. 20 to 30, I would guess. And so when I was playing with my two friends and some AIs, and I was really like, I was working really hard. I was going culture victory.
Yeah.
And then my friend comes in and just destroys me. And like he didn't finish me, but like obviously I wasn't gonna win now. And then the next game we played, he did it again. And it was like,
see, but I feel like eventually, like once you play with them enough times, you know though, like at least like you're prepared. Like I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose, and I just have to beat the AIs, and that's fine.
You're right. But what's hard is just like I totally don't. He's playing by the rules. Like I don't disparage that.
Right.
What is hard is just like I put hours and hours and hours of work into my civilization, and I'm going for a culture victory, and then it's ruined. Like all of my work is for nothing. It was frustrated. I'd like to play again.
You have to take joy in like the little things. Like, oh man, you got a really cool work of art. That's great. That's pretty. Read that text.
As I was being defeated, I ended up sending my great general to a one-tile island with chocolate, and I decided that my great general was going to refound my civilization on this one-tile island and take back the world.
Chocolate Town.
Yep.
I like it.
Do you have a favorite civ?
Oh, for the new one? So it's Civ 5, Washington. Washington is my bitch.
Really?
Interesting. I'm about expansionism, and there's a certain like DLC version of him in Civ 6 that is really rough to play against. And I'm forgetting her name because I haven't played in a while. But for Civ 6, Greece, I like to play Greece, but like the girl.
I don't know. I don't remember who it is.
She's a badass woman. I can see her face. I cannot think of her name.
I was a big fan of Catherine the Great of Russia, and I liked the
good show.
I heard it was great. And then I also did the Samoan people. I don't remember, or the Polynesian people. I don't remember what the leader was called.
Names are hard.
They are hard,
especially when you spend 30 hours playing as one civ.
Right.
So stay tuned, you guys. We're gonna make Caitlin play this game.
Yeah, we should do.
Do you all have it downloaded, installed?
Yeah.
I don't think I do, but I can do it.
Oh, I guess we're playing without you.
And that does it for our competitive games. Competitive in quotes.
Yeah.
Next
None
up
of
is
us are pro gamer boys.
Not quite. This one is one that I don't know a lot about. This is you two. It's For the King.
Oh, yes, that is a co-op. We've transitioned, and it is beautiful. I'm going to let Caitlin take the lead.
I like the art style a lot. I have seen it. I love the art style.
You should play with us. I don't know if it's still on sale. Probably not, but we bought it for like $7 on sale.
It's not more than like 20, I don't think.
Yeah. But it's worth it. It's worth whatever price it is. It's so adorable. You play, it's very tabletop like. You can like choose like what class you're playing as, and then there's like archer, barbarian, like there's one with magic, like herbologist, I forget, or scholar's one of them, I think. I don't know. There's a ton of different things that you can do. And then you play with 3 of you. It's usually like 3 person, or one of you can play with 2 people and someone can take 2 characters. And then you have a quest to go on, and there's different things you can do. There's different maps. You explore the areas, you battle monsters. And
they've got some extra modes. Like one is like an endless dungeon crawl.
Cool.
And that's really cool. Yeah, dude, it's simple. Yeah, it's good, clean fun,
and
but with killing.
And it's turn-based, and
it's actually a little roguelike in that like the campaigns, I mean, they take a while. I think ours took maybe like 6 hours to finish. But like along the way, you get items like currency that transfers over to like the main page, like your home account, so you can unlock new stuff. And so that makes each time you play the journey really different because you have new content.
Cool. It sounds interesting. I enjoy roguelikes. I just on stream the other day played a little bit of Hades, which has been a good one. I like the idea of a co-op roguelike. That's not something I've ever seen before. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, depending on like the setting you play it as, like you just die. Like you run out of all your 4 lives, and you have to restart the game.
Oof.
And you collected what you collected, and that'll help. But that's it. That's it, Chief. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, it seems cool.
Yeah, it's very fun. I miss it.
Nice day.
In a while. Nice day. Nice day.
Now we've got another one I'm not super well versed in.
God damn it, what's on?
Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the multiplayer.
It's co-op. It's the main storyline. Just you brought some friends with you from the big city.
That's cute.
Yeah, so I mean it doesn't change too much, but like, your friends can play with you. You can share money or you can have like separate bank accounts. You can marry each other, or you can all marry different NPCs. You still have the same, like you can upgrade your house, or like their cabins are what they're called, because player 1 will have like the big house, like the normal default stuff, and like they'll be the one in the cutscenes. But I mean it's basically just like normal Stardew Valley, just with more people.
So you can each have your own spaces and your own farms and go on your own quests?
It's the same farmland, but the map is slightly bigger, I think. Okay. And like some of the maps are clearly sectioned off into like 4 parts.
Can you do drop in, drop out? Like
yeah.
Okay, that's kind of nice. That's nice. Did you play multiplayer a lot?
It's kind of like Minecraft, in my opinion, the multiplayer mode. And yeah, I've actually played it a bit with Josh and Navi.
Cool. Good. Nice.
I've been trying to get Caitlin to play it, but whatever.
Maybe one day. I watched you 3 play it, and it looked cool-ish.
It won't make you motion sick.
True, it won't.
That's true. Yeah, it seems like an interesting game to be multiplayer. Like I thought about when talking about this. I thought about Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing's multiplayer is bad.
It's horrible. Like you can't actually multiplayer. Like really, I mean, like you can be on the same island, but like
there's so many issues with that. Just the making you watch like the 30-second animation every time, and like local multiplayer being really annoying with like sharing islands, and like the second player is like basically a second-class citizen, and like you can't move stuff when people. It's just bad. But it's
that's so annoying.
Yeah, it's really fucking annoying. Back when it was really hot, I remember doing like turnip trading and stuff. It was a mess.
Yeah.
I actually once I started to do turnip trading, I killed that shit. It was great.
I did it for a while, and it really started to stress me out because I was like going on like turnip exchange and like finding all the right places and making sure I had things to trade the people, and there were like bodyguards stopping me, and so it was like so stressful.
Oh my god.
And then you get booted off of an island when someone had a connection issue.
Yeah.
Oh,
I made bank, but it was really a lot of work.
Yeah. And I mean, Stardew is just more chill than like most games on the planet, I think.
Right.
And so it carries over that attitude into multiplayer. Like you don't have to share money if like that stresses you out. Like
that's
if
a good decision.
Anal about your money. Like you don't have to do it.
You can do shared or you can do individual. That's very smart.
Yeah, the only tricky thing though is that like if you do individual, like it's easier if you're doing shared money to like come up with 5K to build a coop, because you can't trade money.
You can't trade money.
Like you can take money out of your wallet and place it down on the map for someone else to grab. Unlike all the other items, like I can put all my iron ore in a chest and someone else can use it.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I don't know. Glitches. Like that. It wasn't the intention for the game to have a multiplayer. Like that just happened because the fandom got like so big.
Right. Next, we've talked about this series before, but the Dark
The Last
Pictures.
of Us?
Hey, there it is. 34
35
minutes.
minutes.
The Dark Pictures Anthology series. That's Little Hope and Man of Medan. I love their multiplayer style. The like pass the controller bits. Very cool.
Yeah. They call it like couch co-op, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I think that's so smart.
They have the other version too,
Yeah.
right? But none of us have played that, so I don't know how that works.
They have like a more standard like online multiplayer.
Yeah.
But I think like having this that you each control a character and then your characters interact and like you have to pass the controller back and forth. I think that is very cool.
It's weird because it honestly like doesn't super feel like a co-op,
right?
Because
only one
like
person.
if you're good at if you're good at a mechanic, like you can't save the other person by like by carrying them, right? I mean, unless you just physically pass control over, which
some people have done. I don't know.
Kind of did a little bit in Little Hope.
Maybe just a little.
Yeah.
It's not like there's camera footage to prove it or something.
Yeah, no.
I've talked about this before when talking about the series, but the Telltale sort of competition to this was the crowd play mechanic where you'd be on your phone and you'd like select which one which option you wanted to go, which is I like the idea of like I like co-op story based games. I think that's really fun.
Yeah, because then it's co-op more about the narrative than the mechanics, and it serves a very different purpose.
It's also so hard to find co-op story-based games.
It is.
And like when you find them, they're fun. Like even if they're not the best game ever or best like mechanics ever, like I still really enjoy them.
Yeah. We're going to talk about one of my favorites later on. It's a rare find, but when they're there, it scratches a nice edge.
Yeah, I didn't put this on the list, but Resident Evil has, and I don't know if they have it in other games. I know it was Resident Evil Revelations 2 had a co-op mode.
Interesting.
Yeah, and me and my sister played that, and that was really cool. And it was like, it wasn't choice-based, but there was one choice in the middle of the game that like one of the players could choose. And depending on what that player did, and you didn't even like realize it was a choice, but depending on what that player did, decided the entire outcome of the game.
How interesting.
Oh shit.
That's kind of cool.
And we got like the bad outcome to be.
Oh no.
Like what? Like that's the ending of the game. And then we looked it up and we're like, oh my God, like seriously, that one small choice did that?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't Resident Evil 4 have co-op?
It might have. I don't think I've played Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love like I also love talking about Resident Evil games like that where fighting waves of enemies, even if they're not super story based, like Left 4 Dead or whatever, like just the wacky shenanigans you get up to and like trying to save each other, there's always the one per teammate who carries who's better.
If we're talking about like narrative based, I actually really enjoy the unofficial homebrewed TM couch co-op that a lot of people do for Persona. Like you'll have like you just have like two friends hanging out with you and you'll just pass the controller around.
For different characters, or like what are the rules for that?
You can, or just like, okay, I'm gonna play 30 minutes, you're gonna play 30 minutes.
Cool. It seems and
it's a really easy game to do that with.
Yeah. Nice.
Hey, did you know Matan sucks at Injustice 2?
No. God damn it.
I think it's that time.
It is. I thank you for reminding me. I really just cannot wait for this.
You just don't want to do it now because you want it.
Yeah, right. Disincentivize.
It will never change. Matan sucks at
Injustice 2.
I know. Here's the thing: is I know who it is, but I can't ask him not to because he's giving us money.
Yeah.
Anyway.
$2 whole to that beautiful person out there.
Yes.
Thank you for this joy you've brought into our lives.
This episode is supported by our patron Matan sucks at Injustice 2. If you would like your name to be read on this podcast, you can support us at patreon.com/rewind_replay, which is linked in the description below. Thank you, Matan Sucks at Injustice 2.
We need a count of that. Like, how many times can it be said before it changes?
Yep. Yep. He beats me at Injustice 2 one time, and he thinks he's hot shit.
I guess he is.
No.
It's just a fact of life.
Anyway, so next up, we
it's a multiplayer game. Fits in with the episode.
True. We could have. We don't have a fighting game in here. That's true.
We don't.
Yeah.
What's wrong with us? Why didn't we put Smash in here? What the fuck?
I literally was thinking about that earlier when we had Mario Kart and Mario Party. I was like, we kind of just forgot about Smash.
I am a huge Smash boy. I could talk for hours about Smash.
You really like Smash?
Yeah, maybe because it's like in its own. What did you say, Caitlin?
I was trying to make a joke there. It didn't work. I was like, you really like Smash? No, you really like to Smash.
Love to smash my bros.
Yeah.
I think maybe we forgot about it or like didn't include it because it's like its own thing. Like you could have a whole episode on Smash, you know?
Yes, I would be happy to do that. I have a lot of feelings about all of the Smash games.
We're gonna shove those down.
Yep, shove those down your throat as we smash you. 40. So next up we have Overcooked. Another lovely co-op game. High stress.
I only watch gameplay of this because it's too stressful.
Caitlin, have you played?
I have played. This is fun. Our editor, words
Dear.
are hard.
Our editor,
Lloyd, who you guys have not seen on camera yet, but he's behind the scenes doing the editing stuff on some videos.
He's cool.
He's cool. Shout out to Lloyd. He got me into this game in the editing lab on campus at UCI. We would play together. He would just bring a Switch and set it up at the TV there, and then a group of us would just play Overcooked.
That's fun.
Very fun.
That's a good time.
I used to play last winter break. I would play. I had 4 friends, and one of them had Overcooked 2, I think, and we would all get together and play. And it's just so simple, but has so much depth. Like it's hard to truly understand until you've played it, like, or watched it. Like you basically, for those who don't know, this game is about sort of running a restaurant. So you play as a character with friends, I think up to 4, and you people put in orders and you have to put together the food and then bring it to them. But there's all sorts of crazy mechanics that get added into the game to make it harder. Like sometimes you're in a hot air balloon and the kitchen will split in half and then rotate and be on the other side. Or sometimes there's a wall in the middle, and so you 2 of you have access to half the ingredients and the other have access to the other half. So you have to like throw stuff back and forth across the wall.
Yeah, and I remember there was one where like the rooms like moved, so it was like one was here, one was down here. Sorry if you're just listening, but they like
up and down,
and then they moved and switched, and then you'd have to like the row as they were like next to each other.
Yeah.
And then it's so fun. And then there's like a haunted mansion one where like lights are off and there's like ghosts moving things.
But there's little portals.
That's what got you.
Yeah, it's really fun. It is high stress. Everybody's yelling at each other, but when you do it, when you succeed, it feels great.
And like doing this on campus in the editing lab when people are trying to do work, we got yelled at a lot. But it was great.
Totally.
It adds to the stress when people are like, shut the fuck up.
Give us we have 30 more seconds. Just wait 30 seconds. Yeah. You come up with all these sort of like lines in which you like pass stuff down. Like one person's doing the dishes and one person's like putting the food together. One person's cooking the food. It's a lot of fun.
It's really funny how industrialism and capitalism just slide their way in on that.
Yes, they just appear.
Production lines are just how you play.
I remember we would like assign roles. We'd be like, okay, you're chopping this food and this food. You're doing this food. You're cooking this food. You're serving. You're doing this. You're washing dishes.
Yeah.
And then you yell at people if they stop doing their job correctly or we're too slow.
Capitalism at work.
Yep, exactly.
teaching the youngins how to do capitalism.
This is one of my favorites on this list. I don't own it, but I really have a good time with it.
Same. I have not played this in like a year, and I miss it.
It's on PC, right?
Yeah.
Not just Switch.
PC, PS4 as well. I assume Xbox.
Xbox. Who's that?
So next is another popular game right now. Competitive and cooperative.
Yeah.
Among Us.
I felt so weird about having this on here just because it feels like something else.
How do you mean?
I mean, like, I know it has like maps and stuff, like these kinds of competitive games do, but it just feels different.
It does. I'm a fan of social deduction games, and I'm more used to like card-based or board game social deduction games.
Yeah.
But I really like Among Us. I've been playing it once a week with some friends from high school. There's all sorts of like, I love the amount of customizability of the rules. So you can really, like, if it doesn't feel balanced, you can really change the rules, like, oh, more imposters, or, you know, there's some tasks that like you can see if they're completed, so you can know for sure if someone's a human or if someone's not an imposter, or like you can change all sorts of rules: imposter speed, imposter vision, crewmate vision, types of challenges. People have made homebrew games, so like there's a hide and seek mode, unofficial, where you know the imposter gives everybody a head start, and then they run through and just hack everybody.
Yeah,
that one sounds more fun.
Playing with different groups, because it's like some people are like, you cannot have visual tasks on. We have to turn those off. Like, those aren't allowed. That's cheating.
Right.
I'm like, personally, I don't mind. Like, I think those are fine.
Right.
But then other people are like, when we get to voting, you have to vote right away. You can't take the time. You have to block your vote.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that one was so weird to me. I was like,
that's weird.
There's so many like different ways people play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, it's so competitive. Like, it's so competitive. It's kind of unreal.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like a funny murder game. Like, I don't remember Town of Salem being this competitive.
Maybe
I've never played Town of Salem, but like Mafia or like One Night
Avalon,
Coup, those got competitive.
Secret Hitler. Totally.
Like, Among Us is like just the same level of that for me.
One of the rules that I really like that I've recently changed was when you vote someone out, it doesn't tell you if they're an imposter or not.
Oh yeah,
which is horrible.
It's hard, but I like that. And so then once you get, like, let's say there were two imposters, and then you get to 4 people, you're like, oh, well, then that means we got it right once, which means there's only one more imposter, because if there were 2, it would end. And so, I don't know, it's fun. I'm a big fan of Among Us. I know it's starting to dip, starting to be on the way out of like what is popular, but I'm still a big fan.
Yeah, I still love it.
Then last but not least,
least.
last and least.
Last and least.
Not last, but least.
The Last of Us.
48 minutes. It's a Way Out. This was what I was talking about earlier. It's a story-based, pretty high budget co-op game. You can do local or online. It's about 2 convicts escaping prison.
Oh, they're finding a way out. Wow.
Exactly.
How clever.
But it's really, really fun in that you have, it's like split screen. So there's the 2, you can see the other person's. But they like change in size, very cinematic. So like if one person's doing something very menial and the other person's doing something really important, their screen will like get bigger.
That's cool.
All sorts of little mini games to get out, and then stay away. There's a part where like you guys are back to back climbing this wall with your legs, and you have to like, one of you can't mash too hard or you'll like fall. So you have to like balance it together. And the story's good, the characters are good, surprising twists along the way. It's just really fun to have a story-based game in which co-op is like baked in. It's part of its core. You can't play this game and not do co-op.
This sounds really cool. What
It
can
is.
you play this on?
I think that you would really like it, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot of fun. It's probably on sale here and there.
What do you
Sounds cool. It also
you play it on?
PS4 is what I did. It might be on PC.
Okay.
maybe sounds overhyped. I don't know.
It is not perfect. It's it's on the shorter side, and there are some issues with the pacing. But there's so little like it to me that like it being in any way good is an achievement. And so I recommend it to a lot of people just because I had a good time with it. I had a good time playing with sitting on the couch with my bud and escaping prison.
A good practice.
I'm gonna see if my sister wants to play this and play it over Christmas.
Totally. That's a good idea. It's not super long. I think I did it in like 2 sessions, maybe 3.
Yeah, this looks really cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You know what the best co-op game is?
What?
Ever? Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm gonna say Club Penguin.
Club Penguin. You know what? I'm with Caitlin. Club Penguin beats Dungeons and It's 1 and 2.
It's right there.
Club Penguin is number 1. Wizard 101.
Oh, throwback.
Oh my gosh, I used to love that.
Wow. There was some, God, I wish I remember the name, but there was some Asian MMORPG that I used to be really into in middle school.
Huh.
I don't remember. And I've tried to find it again, but the problem is that there are just so many.
Yeah. It's a big market.
Webkins.
Neopets, dude.
Oh,
Neopets.
the OG.
Yeah. Did you just say you didn't play Webkins?
I didn't.
Oh,
I had a couple.
I loved Webkins.
I had a cousin who was really into Webkins.
What else was there?
Caitlin?
Pop Tropica.
Pop Tropica. Wow, this is taking me back.
Oh
Yeah.
I just saw one. I'm on this like
Genshin
Gen
Impact?
Z. Wait, what'd you say?
Genshin
Yeah.
Impact? Is that what you just saw?
No. I'm on this like Gen Z like throwback page on Facebook where people just like post like things from our childhood. And someone posted, what was it? It was Millsberry.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No? Oh my gosh, this was like a memory I had locked. And like someone posted a picture of this. I was like, oh yeah, I used to play that. Oh my gosh, okay.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, look it up. Maybe if you see a picture of it, you'll remember it.
Absolutely no recollection of this game.
Seriously?
Maple Story.
Yeah.
Maple Story? I don't know what that one is.
Oh,
No, I know
Lord,
Maple
okay.
Story.
Maple Story. What? I never played that.
Hmm.
I can't believe you guys didn't know Millsberry. That was so popular at my school.
No
Everyone
recollection.
had it.
How odd.
There was like
No?
there were like garage sales and you could go and like trade things.
Huh.
And there were like arcade games. There was one that was like the like rabbit like tricks from like the cereal.
Huh.
Oh.
What a weird sponsorship.
Right? And then it was like this like hopping game where you would like hop along and then like the rabbit like would like try to like make you fall or something. I don't remember.
Try to take your tricks, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But tricks are for kids. Don't take them.
Sponsored by Tricks. Thank you everybody for watching. But that does just about do it for our multiplayer games. I think there are so many just over the course of this podcast that we realized we missed. We're gonna have to do a part 2 at some point.
There are just too many multiplayer games.
Yeah. We need to do like a childhood games. Like
Yeah.
that would be a fun one. Let us
Oh.
know.
Tamagotchis. I used to be so into
Yeah.
those.
Tamagotchi,
Yeah.
Tamagotchi were cool.
Not a multiplayer though.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I wonder if we still play Millsberry.
Are you gonna become a Millsberry streamer?
Oh my gosh, I should stream Club Penguin. I don't know if you could still play that on.
No, you can't.
There are private servers you could probably get into. Yeah.
Wow.
That's insane.
But thank you everybody very much for watching and listening. We put out new episodes of this podcast every Friday, wherever you get podcasts, or on YouTube with a video element. We've been making a lot more YouTube content lately, shorter and longer. We do some role-playing stuff. We have some. Oh, my favorite video recently was our group top 10 games of the last generation list.
Yeah.
Turned out really great. So check that out if you haven't already. Support us on Patreon, as I mentioned. We all stream together and individually. Those are linked in the description.
You can watch Caitlin play Club Penguin.
You can watch Caitlin play Millsbury.
If you want, I guess.
Is there anything else you guys want to add before we go?
No, there's a Club Penguin Discord server with over 100,000 people in it.
Yo.
And they're all younger than 13, so time to go report them.
I want to go play the spy missions again.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
All right, and that'll do it for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.